my meals in, and you know.
We are now recording. We're officially. I'm recording anyways. I don't know what
Hi.
Josh is doing.
Let me get my camera out, buddy.
You guys can't see me, but I'm broccoli, rice, and fish. That's serious.
No thanks, eating Jeff.
That's serious.
All right, let's get rolling. Let me X out of my.
Can we like introduce ourselves in case the 100 people that watch my videos don't know who we are?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so
You can start off.
I'm Greg Ferris. This voice you're hearing now. If you're watching this on the Ferris for Fitness page, you probably know who I am. Who am I? As far as what people know me on YouTube, I'm a competitive natural bodybuilder who competed for the first time in 2012. Hopefully competing in powerlifting within the next few years, and then bodybuilding probably in the next 3 or 4. As far as educational, I'm a senior in undergrad studying health, exercise, and nutrition with hopes to attending grad school in the next year or so. And I also have coaching services. Just contact me if you're interested in bodybuilding, powerlifting, things like that. I think that's it. Yeah.
That's it. All right.
That's it. We're over. Video over.
We jump straight into the interview now? Yeah, why not?
I'm down.
I mean, if you want to do like a quick 30-second intro. Hi, I'm Mario, Beyond Fitness. I'm Josh with Beyond Fitness.
I'm digging that new name, by the way.
Mario both lift weights for optimal hypertrophy, and we both lift weights in our spare time. Caloric surplus. Yeah, all right. Let's just jump to the question because I was actually kind of wanting to hear Greg's thoughts on this. First question came from Sam Gonzalez. Thoughts, mentality of being a competitive bodybuilder in college at times where you just want to be a typical student, eat crazy, eat everything in sight, and with your friends. Do you do it and get back on track the next day or not?
Okay, so I'll break the question down. So I can't really relate it to being a bodybuilder not in college because I've always been in college, right? So if you're younger, like a freshman or sophomore, I think it's difficult because typically you have to live in the dorms or you choose to live in the dorms. So your nutrition is pretty much like, now I've heard people like, just take your food scale to the whatever, like, no, like, don't do that. So if you're going to be like a freshman or sophomore, it's difficult to really track things consistently with nutrition, but it should be easy to train because you'll probably get a free, membership to your university rec like I do. And you have a lot of free time. I have a job. I have a couple of jobs, and I have a pretty good GPA and all of those things, and I still have time to train. So you'll have a lot of free time to train. So I don't think it's difficult now for me, but like my freshman, sophomore year, or after I stopped playing basketball, I pretty much just went on like a bulk in the cafeteria. That's what I recommend most people do. Because most people who get out of high school are probably really skinny like I was anyways. So they don't really need to be worrying about a small caloric surplus or whatever, Just don't be stupid about it. Don't have 8 slices of pizza and things like that. And you should be fine. Most cafeterias have semi-decent options, And just, have fun and enjoy things when you're younger. So that's my best advice for the young college people. And then when you get on your own, like I am now, it's not difficult because you control your meals. There's no real difference as far as when you're 20 and when you're 30 or whatever, besides you probably have not the greatest people around you because a lot of alcohol and people just want to eat like fast food all the time and things like that. Again, it's just like moderation. I go out sometimes. I have slices of pizza with some people, or go to a restaurant after a basketball game or whatever. It's nothing really different. You have to use common sense. And I think his question said something about how do you resist the urge to just go pick. I don't have an urge to go just kill pizzas, or that's has nothing to do with being in college. I think that's just kind of like a stereotype kind of thing. I'm not a big like alcohol drinker either, so that's not really like a problem area for me. When I go out, it's more just to see people, not to like get so wasted I can't remember what happened. What was the question again? Did I
Your
cover
thoughts and
everything?
mentality of being a competitive bodybuilder in college, where you just want to be a student, go out, eat crazy,
Yeah, I
be
don't.
with the boys.
I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to. I mean, it's if you want to do anything, if you want to be a bodybuilder, if you want to be a successful student, whatever, those 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 problems aren't problems. Like it's not hard for me to be like, oh man, I can't kill that pizza with my friends. You know, I can go have pizza with my friends and just have 2 slices. So I don't. I think that's more of a problem with people in the bodybuilding community than with college students because I don't see a lot of college students doing that. You know, the binge drinking is a whole other thing. But like I said, I don't find it difficult to balance because when you really just want to do something bad enough, it's not that hard to say no. I guess that's my best advice to anyone. And then if you can't say no to those things, just kind of understand, you know, moderation, which we all preach. So, you know, just have a few beers and not 15 and things like that. So, that's pretty much how I'd answer that question. The mentality thing, I mean, you're gonna be kind of excluded from everybody else regardless if you're a bodybuilder. And then of course in college it's kind of like tenfold because I don't know anyone else that even takes their training and nutrition seriously, let alone is competitive. So it's I would recommend this for anyone. If you want to be normal, don't even get into bodybuilding because it's kind of an esoteric world, as everyone understands that. So just understand going in that you're probably not going to be the most popular guy on campus, or you're not going to be, you know, whatever. But that doesn't mean you have to exclude all your friends, and it doesn't mean you have to just sit in your apartment and eat 6 times a day. You know, like everything else, with a balance. You're gonna be nights you're gonna have to stay in when everybody else is going out and getting trashed or whatever because you have to train in the morning. But just limit those things so you can find a balance between going after your goals and bodybuilding and really anything. Whether it's if you're a student, you should also be focused on your academics too. So that should come into play. But just balance the social aspect of things with your training and with your school. I mean, it's that simple, really. Just don't get too far-sighted on one or the other. Don't become a party animal, and don't become, you know, super bro. All I do is lift and sleep kind of a thing.
Good answer. Good answer. See, I'm just trying to think. I mean, if someone were to call me, because I mean, I've already had this multiple times where someone will kind of freak out. Oh no, I'm about to go out and eat pizza or eat this, and I don't think it's going to fit my macros. And if it overly concerns you, the best thing you could do is just come within your calorie range and just call it a night.
Yeah.
That's what I emphasize.
I mean, even during my contest prep, because I was here during my contest prep, and then when everyone came back for school, I was still in contest prep for the last like 6 to 8 weeks. And by that time, I was like pretty damn lean, and people were like, "Holy crap, why are you so lean?" Like most people didn't even know I was competing. And like I went out to Applebee's and stuff with my friends like 3-4 weeks out, and I didn't eat food. You know, I had like a Diet Pepsi. But I mean, if your friends are cool, if your friends are dicks, then like yeah, you're gonna get stuff for it. You know what I mean? But I had really cool friends, and of course, they were just like, "Why aren't you eating or whatever?" And I just kind of explained it to them. They're like, "Oh, that's really cool." Like most people that I know think it's cool that you're going towards something, you have the discipline for it. Of course, you're not. Most people aren't going to be in that situation where they're going to have to flat out just say no to food like I did, you know, just a few weeks out. But even if you have to do that, or even if you have to order, you know, a chicken salad or whatever when you go out with your friends, that's fine. Don't think that every time you go out to eat, it has to be this experience of you just pigging out because you don't go out to eat very often. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I emphasize going out, having a social life, and I know. Oh God, here comes a shitstorm. But Alberto released a status a while back saying if you're in contest prep, you should not be going out. You should not be doing this. It'll kill your prep. You know, it'll ruin this. And I feel like everyone just kind of blindly agreed with him. Oh, okay, I'm going to stop going out.
I think it depends. Like with Matt's situation, I don't even, what is he, like 16, 20 weeks out? Like I vividly remember the time I just ordered a Diet Pepsi at Applebee's and I was like 2 weeks out. Like I would never advise anyone to go eat out 2 weeks out. Like, I'm sorry.
I say it all depends on your current conditioning and the time frame you have. But I mean, if you're playing catch up at the end of your prep, then you'd be an idiot to go out in that case. But I just seemed like the general message that he said was, "Do not go out," which everyone seemed to take it as.
Under any circumstances, kind of a thing.
Kind of like if you're in contact.